So I've finished voicing the piano over, and now it's time for Josh to kind of inspect it, give it a go. We're burning the candle on both ends. We're getting close to midnight here tonight, so we're run down, but I think it's worth it. I hope you think the same. You know, voicing, it's kind of, you got to do it in layers a little bit. To expect someone to go through the piano, voice it, and have it be just perfect thereafter, that's unrealistic. You're going to have notes that pop up, especially on a new piano.
Yeah.
The more you play your piano in, though, those things will kind of smooth out and kind of, you know, even themselves out over time as well. So, but anyway, I'll stop talking and let the piano do the talking, let you do the talking.
Thank you. Yeah, I totally agree with what he said. When you first get a new piano, whether it's a new piano or a really old piano, but in a new space, sometimes the piano itself kind of acclimates, and that voicing job seems to get easier and easier and quicker for the technician, at least in my experience.
Definitely, yeah. There's a certain amount of voicing, really I think a large part, that's done with the playing of the piano.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I'm going to do my best to remember the examples I played the other night. So I think I started with the first Chopin Ballade. We'll just play short samples just so you can kind of compare and contrast with that original sound. Remember, the piano was pretty dead up here when we first played it. A lot of inconsistencies. We brightened it so much so that you can then bring it back down, so it was kind of overly bright. So now we're trying to hit the sweet spot. I think the next piece that we had played was the Mozart. That I just want to comment between each of these, and you can feel free to jump in with anything that you notice. I noticed that, if I'm remembering correctly, yesterday I had to really work to bring out that melody. You know, it was quite velvety and soft, but it wasn't speaking. Now that melody, we have the best of both worlds. It speaks, but we can also get really soft.
Yeah, just hearing that excerpt alone, sonically, you know, for us standing back, it might be very similar. I don't know. You have to go and listen to the recording, but what you're having to do to create it, right?
Right.
The tactile sense that you're getting, the way it's responding to you, that's what's really changed, I imagine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll just do a little Mozart. One of the interesting things, that feels so good. It feels very Hamburg Steinway-esque, a little bit brighter than you might find on a lot of New Yorks, but I actually appreciate that. I really enjoy playing on Hamburgs, but you're still getting that color of those softer New York hammers.
For sure, and I think we mentioned in previous segments how Steinway has changed the production of their hammers, added more density to the felt. They're unifying more the approach between the Hamburg and the New York factory. And so I feel like let's make the piano sound its best with what we're given, you know, so I think it's kind of just going that way based on the parts that I'm given to work with.
Sure, absolutely. I think next we may have tested the repetition with the Scarlatti Toccata and the Liszt Paganini Etude No. 4, so let's give that a try. Part of it could be that it's midnight and it's user error, but that's feeling really nice. Repeating really nicely, tactile, a little less mushy than original, I would say.
And mechanically it wasn't bad, right? The repetition when you originally tried it, but I think when it's voiced well, it's less distracting.
Yeah.
And it helps just the fluidity of your playing, probably in general. It helps you execute a little better without distraction.
Yeah. Take a look at this list. Let's see here. Hopefully this goes all right. Okay, again, feeling very responsive, which I like. And I was able, as you noticed, to now be using the soft pedal for most of that. I like that beginning to be just as feather light as you can. And that's a lot more even than it was yesterday. Yesterday it was like so noticeable when the soft pedal was on, kind of dead. And now you can mix that a little bit with a little bit more ease.
Yeah, no, it sounds good. It sounds really smooth.
All right, one last example was the Ravel Ondine. This is where I think a New York Steinway shines, is with Impressionist music. So. Okay, and then jumping to the climax. So, a good piano makes you want to keep playing. I just want to keep going there.
Makes me want to keep listening. You're doing great.
But we don't want to get too long-winded with these examples, especially since I'm kind of pulling these out of the hat. These are things I don't really practice much besides the list, which still needs some work. But just wanted to say a big thank you to each of you for joining us for this fun video series, and a huge thank you to Hyrum for being willing to do this.
Oh, you bet. No, it's been a thrill to be part of this. To have a technician player conversation, I think we both benefit.
Absolutely.
It's been great. And I just wanted to mention, if any of you have any technical questions about the piano, any issues you have with your own piano, anything you want to accomplish that you're not sure if it's possible, can that be done by voicing or regulation? Boy, I would love to know about it. I'm building up my content on my channel. If you have any ideas, please leave it in the comments, things you'd like to see, things you'd like to see addressed, and I would love to present free content along those lines.
Yeah, and just remember, we're releasing this content on both my channel and Hyrum's channel. If you haven't already subscribed, go head over to his channel and subscribe. If you're watching this on his channel, hit that subscribe button. It really helps. I remember starting out on YouTube, it's really tough to get those first, 100, 1,000, 10,000 followers. So we really appreciate you all joining us. And do you have anything else to add?
No, I just want to hear you play more. That's how I think we should finish. But
well, everybody have a great night. Hope you've enjoyed this series, and we'll see you with more great video content. I'm hoping to rope him into going out to his shop for even more content, a little bit more filming. So have a great week. Good luck in your practice sessions.